Hi, this is John Carrington and welcome to another episode of Top of the Morning. Our special guest today is Taryn Gross, O.J. Quay, and she's going to tell us about upholstery. Stay tuned. This is John Carrington on Top of the Morning. We're back at you with some more great guests and great information that's going to help you to have a Top of the Morning. My guest right now is Taryn Gross, O.J. Quay.
Yes.
And this is a lady who jumped out to start her own business. I want to ask you one question that everybody has on their mind right now. And that question is, why start a business in this economy?
You have to follow your passion. You have to take risks. And by doing that, you have to do research and just have faith in God. That's how we got started. We walked on faith.
Hallelujah.
Okay?
Why? Why did you start that business?
Well, our background is 3 African American women who were training in upholstery at a nonprofit organization, Caroline Center. And that program was geared for at-risk women, unemployed women, underemployed women. So our goal is to not only start our business, but eventually to train women in the art of upholstery. It's a dying art. It's a field dominated by men, and unfortunately, we live in a society where women are the head of the household. So this type of skill, this craft, will assist women in supplementing their income, and you have to give back. That's our futuristic goal. First, we have to, get our feet wet, produce A1 work, and then we bring in the trainings. We're going to start our training program the 12th of January, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 9. $7 a class for women. And it's a very therapeutic craft. It's very rewarding. And there is a downside. We do a lot of lifting, sofas, chairs. That's how I got this. And you have to learn how to maneuver your body so you won't hurt yourself.
All right, speaking of the quality of your training and the quality of what you've been able to apply, we have some great examples of your work.
Yes. We have a boudoir chair here. We also purchase old furniture, antiques. We dumpster dive, and we upholster this boudoir chair that is for sale. Okay, we have an array of pieces that can be upholstered to your specifications as far as fabric choice.
All right, dumpster diving. All right, folks, we're going to save you some money.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't throw it away. Yeah. Maybe you should see somebody who knows upholstery skills.
We're very competitive in pricing. We're very fair. And being women, we're very meticulous in our craft. Mr. Herb Davis, who has been upholstering for 57 years, has trained us. He was the founder of the upholstery department at the Caroline Center. And can you imagine, we have the founder as our advisor. He wants nothing from us, only to do A1 work, and he demands that.
All right, well, talk about some of your coworkers.
Okay, we have two other young ladies, Deirdre Rockman, Suzette Howard. Deirdre was a housewife. Suzanne Howard, she worked in the corporate world, and because of her illness, she had to resign her position there and wanted to do something that was therapeutic. She's also a designer, so she too wanted to do something that was artistic. And we collaborated. Again, we walked out on faith. We had nothing. So anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Hey, and the way you're talking about your skills as an upholsterer, I heard you picked up a job right here on the set.
Another blessing.
Another blessing.
The producer of your show has two French provincial chairs, and we will put our heart and soul in her chair. Each piece that we touch is as if it was our own. Okay, it's our babies. We nurture. That's why the name of our business is A Woman's Touch Upholstery, where your furniture is nurtured. Okay, and I personally, before I start a project, I say a prayer, ask God to guide my hands, and that the customer loves the finished product. Yeah, I'm very proud of what I do. It took a long time for me to find my niche, and I'm pleased to say at 49 years old, I have found my niche, and so have my other colleagues.
On that thought, we're gonna stop and find a niche where we can stop and take a break and come back, and we'll have more of Top of the Morning.
Well, the problems with domestic violence are huge, and my mother was very influential in starting the House of Ruth, but also in getting legislation passed to provide federal seed money to local jurisdictions to deal with that problem. And our awareness of it is certainly much greater than it's ever been. That is progress to some degree. Obviously, as with all of these things, there's plenty of room for improvement.
I will tell you, I really have never been able to be involved my mother. When I am being my very best self, I come within, some tiny approximation of being like my mother. It doesn't happen very often. And my mother, Lily Baxter, was in Congress for many years, but after that, she did become an ambassador, as she alluded to, the ambassador to the Vatican, which was an interesting job because she found herself representing Bill Clinton to the Pope. But, diplomatic circles. If anybody could do it, Mama could, but it wasn't easy. She lives on homes in New Orleans, and her home in New Orleans is on Bourbon Street, and I mean right smack dab in the middle of all the honky-tonk on Bourbon Street. Been to Bourbon Street, you've been to Mama's house, and in fact, I got a call just the other day at the bar, Howard Bryan, she knows me, all right. And the guy said, can we hang a banner from our balcony to your mother's balcony? And so that shows you where it is, the house. And I said, what does the banner say? Check it off. It says it when my kids were small, I used to joke, as the strippers that the neighbors said, who the woods know because the grandmother's out. And then Mama moved from Bourbon Street to the Vatican, and I teased her that the costumes didn't change. We were still guys in dresses. But the truth is, all of those years of tremendous accomplishment that my mother had, and I'm happy to say she's 93, she's well. We've convinced her to spend more of her time in Washington with her surviving children and 3 of her 8 grandchildren and 9 of her great-great-grandchildren. She keeps saying, I was an only child. How there's so many of them? So we spend a great deal of time together. But in some ways, it was not all of her accomplishments with titles after her name or before her name that inspired me as much as the years when she was a congressional wife. And the tremendous work that she did in that field. And I see Francie Glendenny nodding her head over here because the job that is done by the wives of our family service is really an incredible job. And it was because of learning about my mother and her cronies, as I say, people like Lady Bird Johnson, Betty Ford, Pauline Ward, that I really went back and did the women's history books because I saw how incredibly influential they were. And I knew that the women of the founding period, which is essentially the first crucial period of our history, had to be at least as important. And I realized that without them. And what's so wonderful about the Maryland series that we're doing is bringing that history to us, is making it possible for us not to be ignorant of what other did. And of course, to not have that history is to not really have the complete picture.
Hey, welcome back to Top of the Morning. I'm John Carrington, and I'm talking to Taryn Gross O.J. Quay, who is her own boss. And when she wants a vacation, she looks in the mirror and says, take a week. This is a program that you got involved in because you were unemployed or underemployed, and a lot of women find themselves in that situation. Talk about the nurturing aspect of going back to school and learning something.
You're doing it for yourself, okay? You're doing it for yourself, and once you fine-tune your passion, your craft, then you can spread to help others, okay? As we talked about earlier, I worked for the Baltimore City school system. I had a premature baby, and my family and I decided that it wouldn't be wise for me to stop work. I took the 3 years off, and I wanted to go back into the world, but I didn't want to go back to a job. So I grew a little weary, a little depressed. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew it had to do with something being autistic. One of my weeks that I was really down, one of my best friends called, and she said, Taryn, let's take an upholstery class and open our own business. God heard me. He heard me. So after extensive research, a lot of closed doors, because I went through the yellow pages, asking upholsterers if I can come on as an apprentice. I had a lot of doors closed in my face. We found a program, which was the Caroline Center, that Mr. Herb Davis founded the upholstery aspect of that center. And I was there 4 years. It takes 30 days to learn the basics, but it takes years to perfect the craft. Okay, so that's my story pretty much.
All right, well, I want to know more about the baby. How's the baby doing?
Oh, Miss Eva is wonderful. She was blessed. She is very smart in school, 2nd grade now, and she's very inquisitive, and I'm going to teach her how to
do upholstery.
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, she gained a little weight?
Oh, yes. She jumped a lot of hurdles that a lot of preemies endure. She had none of those things. So from her birth to now, in the future, is a true blessing, okay?
So you now have the flexibility to spend time with her, but also work for yourself.
Exactly. Well, in the evenings, we're running a business. The 4 of us, we're running the business. Mr. Herb is the advisor. He just sits back and just tell us what to do. And I'm there Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 3. And then after I finish, then I could go home and be the mom. You know?
What advice do you have for other underemployed, unemployed women who find themselves in a situation where they have children and they have to make a decision? What advice do you have for those folks?
Get off the sofa. Don't think because you are a mother and have small kids that your life is only at home. Follow your passion. Have faith in God, number one. Then a lot of other doors will open. A lot of opportunities will open. A frame of mind, a new consciousness will take place, and it can be done. It can be done. I am a living example, and so are my other colleagues.
Yeah, I wanted to be a clown, and
Nothing's
friends of
wrong
mine
with
said,
that.
"Get a life." I don't know how important is it to find something that you love to do.
It's everything. You know, you only have this one time here. And, you know, when we were at the Caroline Center, we had a lot of visitors come in, watching, seeing what we were doing as women, upholstering. And we had a group from Yale come in. And the looks on one of their faces was, I love to do something different. I walked to her and told her, you take a risk. Okay, you have this Ivy League education, and you know you're this white collar job, but are you happy? Okay, money's pays wonderful, but you can turn your passion into maybe you know, some type of enterprise, you know, that is quite, you know, rewarding financially. You know, you just have to take the risk. Get the courage, have the faith, number one, and educate yourself, do your research, and just step out there.
Wow. Well, between you and your colleagues, you have 17 years of experience, but we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk about those 17 years of experience in the upholstery business. We'll be right back with more Top of the Morning. Welcome back to Top of the Morning. I'm John Carrington, and I'm speaking with Taryn Gross O.J. Quay. And this wonderful lady is in a business that's been dominated by men. We've been upholsterers all of our lives. At some point, somebody asked us to carve a log into something, and we made it furniture. I don't know. But you're in a challenging arena.
Yes.
You're competing with the guys.
Yes, we are.
Talk about that experience.
One good thing is enough out here for everybody. Okay, this field, as you stated, is dominated by men. You have a small number of female upholsterers. Maybe your grandmother or your auntie may have, you know, fixed the dining room chair or something. But this is a very technical field. It's very crafty. Okay, and a lot of the women who graduated from Caroline Center upholster in their homes. Okay, we stepped out and, you know, got our own shop with the help of Patrice Milani of Patrice Milani Exercise Equipment. We have appeared in yard sales in the historic part of Ricestown, Maryland. We have other furniture stores and fabric stores who refer their customers to us. I do a lot of footwork, passing out flyers, receive a lot of business from that aspect. Being in this field that's dominated by males, we handle equipment that women are very intimidated by. Saws, staple guns, that lets out maybe 100 PSIs. Wow. Nail guns, okay? We do a lot of lifting. Sofa beds that has the metal frames inside. We walk them up to 3rd floors, okay? This is not an easy job, but once you get used to it, you learn how to maneuver your body and maneuver the furniture, how to lift, and it's a piece of cake.
Now you intimidate me. You're talking about nail guns, power staplers. My goodness.
Yes, sir.
And between you and your partner, you have 14 years of experience doing this.
Yes.
At what stage is your business? Are people seeking you out, or are you still trying to pass out that one flyer that goes around the neighborhood telling people you have a program?
It's been amazing. Mm-hmm. We have been in operation on our own for 7 months.
Okay. By
canvassing areas and putting flyers out indoors, passing them out as you drive and handing them to people out on the curb, we service a number of people who in turn tell their friends, their friend tell a friend. What makes us special, my colleague Suzanne and myself, in extreme circumstances, maybe someone can't get out to look at fabric, for whatever reason. We may stop past, pick them up, take them to look at our fabric, or if they choose not to look at our fabrics, we'll take them to another store. We do little things for people, okay? I think that's why we have been successful. We not only establish professional relationships for us, customer to service person, but we establish rapport with our customers. That some still call just to say hello or to talk about a soap opera or something, So I think we are a very special group.
All right, well, on that special note, we're going to take a break and be right back with more of Top of the Morning.
So be my guest, you've got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Ooh-wee, baby.
Captain Larry is on the bridge, ready to begin your harbor cruise.
That's fine, sir.
Hi, sir.
Your tour begins in Baltimore's historic harbor, a short puddle jump from the Maryland Science Center. As we sail out of the harbor and throughout the cruise, you'll learn little-known facts, like did you know we're not in the Chesapeake Bay? We're sailing along the Patapsco River. From our starboard side, that's the right side for you land lovers, we'll see Federal Hill, where the federal Constitution was ratified and where modern-day revolutionaries like to party all night. The really hip museum on the right is called the American Visionary Arts Museum. To display work here, you have to have raw talent, no formal training allowed. Around the bend is the old Bethlehem Steel Shipyard, which built Liberty ships during World War II. The Harbor View condos were built where the shipyard used to be. The Baltimore Museum of Industry highlights Charm City's contributions to our nation's workforce. Check out Baltimore's first fire tug, which celebrates its 100th birthday in 2006. Got a sweet tooth? Then you'll love hearing about the Domino Sugar Plant. We'll sail beside a true war hero, the naval ship Comfort, which is just back from treating wounded soldiers in Iraq. Oh, say can you see Fort McHenry? This is the birthplace of the Star-Spangled Banner. At the Francis Scott Key Bridge, the captain turns around, but there's much more to see. The Port of Baltimore. The gold domes of St. Michael's Ukrainian Orthodox Church. Fells Point. Inner Harbor East. The Coast Guard cutter Taney, the last ship to survive Pearl Harbor. And as we're pulling into port, there's the world-famous National Aquarium.
So be my guest, you've got nothing to lose. Won't you let me take you on a sea cruise? Ooh-wee.
All right, well, welcome back to Top of the Morning again, and I want to thank you for spending time to watch and learn and see an example of a person who took control of their life. I've been talking to Taryn Gross, O.J. Quay, And Taryn, do you have any final advice for folks who are sitting on the sofa?
Get off that sofa and let us reupholster it at a woman's touch upholstery if needed. But for all jokes aside, follow your passion. Follow your passion. Don't wait 20, 30 years from now and say, I wish I had. Just do it. Give us a call. 410-209-7311. We'd be more than happy to hear from you.
I want to thank you, Taryn Gross, O.J. Quay, for being a part of Top of the Morning. I'm John Carrington, and we've had another wonderful show. And we're going to see you folks again next time for more Top of the Morning. So until next time, Top of the Morning. Bye-bye.